Yes, hello, and thank you for joining our coffee lecture on full text and linked named entities on e-rara. Sorry, a little issue with the slide. Okay, here we go. I would like to show you what rare books on e-rara include full text, how to search and download this full text, and then we will have a look on linked named entities and how to use them and what they are. But first, what is e-rara? It's a platform for digitized rare books, maps, and other printed documents from the 15th to the 20th century. We are 29 participating libraries presenting 140,000 digitized documents with 24 million pages or images. 70,000 of the 140,000 documents are processed with OCR and thus are searchable in the full text. And again, 20,000 of these full texts are processed with named entity recognition and named entity linking, which results in a total of more than 100,000 recognized entities, that's persons, places, and topics. So how can you access this full text? One option is to download them and use them on your local system. Once you found your document you're interested in, like, for example, an account on the first aerial voyage in England, you get to a title page like this. You scroll down to the download section, and here you have the option to download the full text, first as a plain text only. Here it's called OCR text. Then you can download an Alto XML. It's the full text together with position information of each word on its page. And finally, you can download the PDF with images together with the full text behind the images, which allows you to search for a keyword, for example, for London, and your search result will be highlighted on the image like this. So this is the way to download full texts, but you can also search and use full text online directly on e-rara. Again, starting on the title page, you can search for a keyword, for example, for Soho, and you will get a snippet from the image with your search result highlighted like this. Clicking on this snippet takes you to the specific page where the search result is highlighted again. And here you have the option to show or hide the full text side by side with the image. Here you also can select and copy paste the full text. So now we have seen options to use the full text offline or online. And now I would like to point out some specifics in regard to historic OCRs. One is the long S, which occurs in documents of the early 19th century and before, like here in the words embassy, whose, or friendship. And as you can see in the full text, these long S are represented by normal S. This is not always the case. Depending on the OCR solution we use, you might also find this character, the long S character, in the full text. But this is not a problem as long as you search directly on e-rara, because here long S is normalized. So whenever you search for embassy, you will find embassy, whether it's written with normal S or long S in the full text. Keep this in mind when you download your full text, because depending on the word processing program you use or what you want to do with the full text, it might be useful to replace long S with normal S. Then I would like to show you this example. It's from a book from the 15th century, so one of our oldest documents on e-rara. In this time, we often find abbreviations and ligatures, like here, this sign in quinta for qui, this E with the line above, which represents N, or this vacant with this sign above it, which means vacant ur. Depending again on the OCR solution we use for the specific document, this may be represented in the full text like the first or the second line. This is just, I would like to mention this, that you keep this in mind when searching for keywords in very old documents. Maybe it's useful to try different variants. And finally, I want to point to the use of you and we and I and J in special and typical spelling of the time in general. You will find in full text spellings like the French word division, English devices, usually, or German Instruktion, written like this. And now let's get to the named entities. Named entities are persons, places, and topics automatically recognized in full texts and linked to the authority file of German National Library, the GND. This means our named entity linking process detects terms like Lac Léman, which is French for Lake Geneva, and it links this Lac Léman to the record in GND for Genversee, where also are registered name variants and this place in different languages. Like this, we processed 20,000 of our documents, which resulted in a total of several million recognized and linked entities. So how to use this? Again, on the title page of a specific document, you will find these menu points for persons, places, and subjects. When this document, if this document is processed with named entity recognition, and each of these menu points takes you to a list of all respective entities in the full text of this document. Let's see what this looks like with places. Places not only takes us to a list, but also to a map, which shows all places which are recognized and linked in this specific document. So we have not only the possibility to browse a specific document like this, but we also can browse across all documents, starting on the e-rara start page, where you find these buttons for persons, places, and subjects. Each takes you to a list of all detected entities all over the platform, all documents. Again, clicking on places not only takes you to a list, but also to a map, a world map, where you can zoom in to your to the place you are looking for. I'm interested in Lake Geneva and documents that mention Lake Geneva. Clicking on Lake Geneva here takes us to all these and many more results. You can see it's always Lake Geneva in different languages and different scripts. So that's what I wanted to show you. I hope it was interesting, and we have a few minutes for your questions. At the same time, my colleague will start a short survey. Thank you.